What's up, football fan? What's up, all sports fans? This your boy JB, host of the Behind the Bench Podcast Network and channel, giving a shout out to the rest of the crew. Shad, Kelvin, KB Film Room, Big Dog, Talk Sports. That's right. For everyone who's tuning in, thank you for supporting Behind the Bench. Subscribe to the channel, help make the show the best that it can be. And let's talk about some football. NFL National Football League. I believe this is week 11 of the NFL season, and we had a barn burner in Pittsburgh yesterday as the Pittsburgh Steelers took on the Baltimore Ravens, arch rivals in the AFC North Division, fighting for first place in the AFC North. And this has to be, it's been a lot of great rivalries throughout the course of NFL history. Bears, Packers, Cowboys, Redskins, Commanders, 49ers, Rams, Patriots, Colts, Raiders, Chiefs. I mean, you can go down the line. There's been so many great rivalries over the years, but I would have to say the best rivalry in football over the past decade or so, since the days of Ray Lewis, have been the Steelers and the Ravens. These games tend to go down to the wire, physical defensive battles, and it was nothing different yesterday. That was a great football game yesterday. Great defense. And, you know, when they say that low-scoring games are not exciting, it all depends on how you look at it, man. When you out there competing and battling hard, man, high-level teams, vying for division supremacy, looking to advance to a Super Bowl, make a Super Bowl run, and they clash twice a year, you already know what you're going to get before kickoff. You already know what you're going to get. But Pittsburgh, without having to score a touchdown yesterday, they won by the score of 18-16, 6 field goals to defeat the Ravens. And what's crazy about the Ravens, man, for whatever reason, they did not feature Derrick Henry, the leading rusher in the NFL so far this year. They did not. I think he only had 13 carries yesterday. In a game like that, a power back like Henry, he needs 25 carries. And for whatever reason, even down the stretch in the fourth quarter, he wasn't even, part of the action for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, it was a great football game. And the Steelers defense held Lamar Jackson in check. And the Ravens defense, for the most part, held Wilson in check. It really came down to Pittsburgh scoring that one touchdown. Well, not one touchdown, but the field goals came down the field. It was a field possession game. It came down to field goals. And that's why having a great place kicker, a field goal kicker, is important. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, I don't believe many NFL commentators or whatnot, analysts who follow NFL, thought Pittsburgh was going to be this good this year. I didn't think Pittsburgh was going to be this good this year. But with their defense they got, their newfound defense, solid running game, and the unexpected high-level play of quarterback Russell Wilson, hey, they're on a hot streak right now. They're in first place with a record of 8-2. So it looks like they playoff bound, and they got the inside track to win their division. And if the Ravens are to do anything, more than likely they're going to do it as a wild card team, a road team. And like I said, Ravens have the talent to go to the Super Bowl, but there's been games where they just, for whatever reason, they can't really break through. For whatever reason, I can't figure it out. Now, I know there's been talks about their defense hasn't been as good as years past. Like last year, I think the Ravens had like a top 3 rated defense overall throughout the course of the season. The defense may have taken a little hit, but at the end of the day, you know, with Buffalo Bills defeating the Kansas City Chiefs at home yesterday, that was another great game. Will the road go through Kansas City? They try and become the first team in the Super Bowl era to win 3 straight championships. That's going to be a daunting task. Buffalo, could this be their year? If they clinch home field throughout the playoff? Pittsburgh, they always tough. They're always tough. What I love about Pittsburgh Steelers and their history, they've only had 3 head coaches basically since, 1969, when they hired Chuck Noll, who eventually would coach the Steel Curtain era of the Steelers when they won 4 Super Bowls in the 70s. Then after he retired, they hired Bill Cowher. And I believe he took over the job like around 1992, if I'm not mistaken, because Chuck Noll was the head coach for like 22, 23 years. And then Cowher took over, and he coached the team for about 15, 16 years. And then Mike Tomlin took over like around 2008, somewhere around there. And he's been a head coach ever since. So they've had 3 head coaches really over a 50-year span. That is amazing to me, man. That is freaking amazing to me. Even during the down years, man, they just, the ownership, they say, you know what, man, we're going to retool, man. We believe in you. And eventually, Tomlin, he turns it around. He's an excellent coach. He gets the most out of his team, man. And they right there again. So, great game yesterday. Another classic matchup between 2 storied division rivals. Both teams really mirror each other, to tell you the truth. But it seems like Pittsburgh overall, I believe out of the last 8 matchups, they've won like 6 or 7 of those games. It seemed like they got a little edge over the Ravens for whatever reason. But the Ravens could bounce back next week, put together another streak. But if I had to put my money on it, they're going to be a wild card team. And it's going to be hard to advance to the Super Bowl as a wild card team when you got, the Kansas City Chiefs out there, Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, the Houston Texans, who have had an excellent season, and then you got the Chargers too, with Jim Harbaugh taking over the helm there, and they're 7-3 after 10 games. So it remains to be seen how it's all going to pan out. But I just want to drop that nugget. Until next time, football fans, this is JB for BTB Behind the Bench.